Hi there, my name's Lindsay Meyers, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the skill I chose to focus on during the first 4 weeks of our class and through the end of it. Before we get started, I think it's good to know some of my background. As you guys might have seen in my intro video, I am a store manager for an off-price retail store. So if you've ever worked at a grocery store or a clothing store, I'm the manager at the top. So are the assistant managers, the supervisors, the associates, they all report to me. My team is about 45 people at the moment, and it'll grow during the holidays. But it's important to me that I find a way to be better within my role. So I think that communicating properly and well and really understanding what they're trying to tell me is at the core of that. So going into this, I quickly knew which skill I wanted to focus on, and it was listening. And then I thought this picture was a great example because it's my family, we're close, we're with each other every day, but still at this moment, when my aunt took a picture of us, we could not listen properly for the designated outcome. I don't know if she said cheese, she probably did because I'm smiling, but I don't know if she ran off. It just was pretty not the intended outcome, comical in the most. But the skills assessment survey really honed in on the skill I need to focus with, and that was listening. I scored average. On the other three factors, I scored above average, great at communicating in groups, strong emotional intelligence, strong verbal communication skills, but when it comes to listening, I still have lots of opportunities. So that's where my focus lies. Through two of the activities we had, I really pinpointed a couple things that I do often. The first is I tend to interrupt people. And when you interrupt people, you're obviously thinking over them because you're formulating the response. You're trying to maybe a defensive listening, and I'm ready to respond with why it's not my fault. But interrupting is something that I really tend to do often. The next one is I tend to equate my experiences to others. So this was from the TED Talks, the 10 ways to have a better conversation, along with letting thoughts come and go. But I tend to want to help empathize, but I empathize with my experiences, which aren't the same as theirs. And because I'm formulating these thoughts, I'm not really listening to what they're telling me. So those were the 4 activities that I've really been trying to coach myself out of and in the moment. And I find that when I go into conversations with this plan, I'm not going to interrupt them, this plan that I'm going to let them talk. And when they're finally done talking, then I'll respond. I do better and I'll hear more. And it's interesting because I find a physiological response in my body when I'm doing this. So as I have something to say and they're still talking and they're going on and on and on, I can feel my heart start racing or I start tapping my foot. Like I really just want to interject, but I don't. I wait. And then I hear a little bit more than what I had expected. I start, when you interrupt, you're guessing. But it's been very interesting to feel that I am moving through something that I'm so core behavior that I have that I am actually changing it and I'm feeling those inner movements of it. So listening was the skill set, and those were my actionables. And then I have some intended results. So this picture is another one of my family, only 3 months later, and we did great with this one. We knew what we were doing. We were at JCPenney's. The point was the picture. There was a skilled director of the photo. We all were able to come together, unite as one, and take a really beautiful family photo. And that's what I really hope to gain through my listening adventure here. I want to be valued by my team. I want to see that I value them. I want them to know that every one of them matters. I want to build better relationships and rapport. And I hope to become a better teacher, boss, parent, wife, friend, all just by listening. And it's really that simple. All I have to do is be quiet and hear what they're saying, and I'll have better relationships. And I'm really excited for that. Thank you guys all for listening, and I look forward to hearing your skills and what you plan on focusing on.